Hello YouTube, welcome back to the channel. I came across a couple of hours ago, ready and eager to make some Final Fantasy VII content for you guys. There's a few things I want to share with you. Unfortunately, I opened my email and had been greeted to dozens upon dozens of just bogus copyright claims from this group, person, network, Illustrated Sound Music, who apparently they own the copyright not only to Kingdom Hearts, but also to Darksiders, to Bloodborne, to all the Final Fantasy content I've been doing. And of course they don't. It's a load of nonsense. They're just a gaming network on YouTube. But I did a quick Google search and it seems they have been making thousands and thousands of copyright claims against various YouTube videos and channels all night. And a lot of people are annoyed by this. So I've been going through manually for the last hour and a half each of these claims. I've still got a load more to do here and contesting them. But the problem is contesting a copyright claim takes up to 30 days. And even though it's a bogus claim, there's no guarantee at the end of that 30 days that it's going to be ruled in your favour, so to speak. Now, what this means for those of you that aren't in the know, a copyright claim, it's not a copyright strike, it's not a sanction against your YouTube account, but what it is somebody else claiming that the video you've uploaded doesn't belong to you, or there's content in that video that doesn't belong to you, it belongs to them. And by claiming it, they're going to be stopping the uploader from getting any of the share of the ad revenue that they would normally get for that video, and it would instead be going to the one that's making the particular claim. So in this case, Illustrated Sound Music will now be getting all of the ad revenue for all of the videos on my channel that they've gone ahead and falsely claimed, belong to them, which they don't. And not just for my channel, but for all of the hundreds, perhaps even thousands of channels they've been doing this to overnight. So it's a complete and utter bogus thing that they've done. It's not true. They do not own the copyright for these videos. They're just a YouTube gaming network. They have nothing to do with the games that they're claiming. They belong to the publishers and the developers of those titles, who have in many cases given permission to the YouTube community to use their content and their game footage and game audio for the purposes of walkthroughs and streaming and what have you. This is just a load of nonsense. But now, as I say, I've personally had to go through for the last hour or so, a little bit more than that, trying to manually rebut all of these particular claims, and I've still got a load more to do here. I'm losing the will to live over it. I'd much rather be making video content for you guys than going through this nonsense. But I think ultimately it just shows just how rubbish the YouTube copyright system is. I understand that YouTube come under a lot of pressure when it comes to copyright and stuff. And I understand that people have a right to protect their IPs, but the way the system is set up, it is so against YouTube video creators that the cards are so stacked against us that oftentimes it just becomes a losing battle. And the reason I say that is anybody can go on a video that you've uploaded onto YouTube and claim it's theirs. Anybody can do that. It doesn't matter whether it's true or not. Anybody can do that. And then the video creator, the video uploader rather, is then seen as guilty until they prove themselves innocent. Doesn't matter how bogus that claim was against them, they then have to prove that they own that content. And the claim is automatically activated against them until they do that, which means all of that AdSense revenue is then going to the person that's made the claim, at least until, the person that uploaded the video can show that that shouldn't be the case. So obviously, this is going to be a big money maker. Even if you don't own somebody's content, if you can get some kind of bot going or something where you just go and claim 1,000, 10,000, 15,000 videos in a single evening, it's going to take a lot of time for all of those video uploaders to go through all of those claims and show they're bogus. By that point, you probably make quite a bit of money out of it, out of the AdSense revenue. And I'm going to be honest with you, it's really frustrating. YouTube makes quite a substantial part of my family's livelihood nowadays. I've worked hard on building up the channel to where it's at, and when things like this happen, it just really deflates you, because a big chunk of our income over the night, which is quite a substantial part of the daily income for YouTubers in the UK, because most of the audience comes from various other parts of the world, and that's one of the prime times of when they're watching, has now been claimed by this whoever this is, Illustrated Sound Music. It almost feels like you've been robbed. It really does. And yes, I'm going through all of these claims now, and every claim I go through, I then have to wait for 30 days to find out if it's been successful or not. But even as I'm doing this, more claims are coming through. It's just so frustrating. But anyway, hopefully I'm making this video, so if anybody out there is also seeing these claims coming through to their channel, you can rest assured that you're not the only one. This seems to be something that a lot of people are experiencing right now. Illustrated sound music might just be trying their luck, seeing what they can get to stick here. It could be, I'm going to be fair to them, it could be some kind of mistake, it could be perhaps some kind of error, computing error, that's caused the algorithm to detect things it shouldn't be detecting. We don't know yet. I'll be interested in finding out if Illustrated Sound Music are going to say anything about this. I did try and have a poke on their Twitter feed, and their Twitter account is currently offline. It's saying that it's turned off, it's disabled. So, you know, they must know there's something up, and yet these claims are still coming through. Anyway, guys, that's the situation. It's really frustrating. I've got a bit of work ahead of me here. I'm going to go through each of these claims, try and contest them all, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, thanks for listening to my rant this morning. Once I've done this, I'll try and get back to the usual content. So have a great day, everyone, and I'll see you next time.